All right. And then type H in the chat if you can't hear me. If you can't hear me, type a H. Only Stuti has mentioned, only Stuti. So Stuti, maybe you can increase the volume of your laptop, of your device. Try to increase it to the max. Okay, I don't want to be shouting there as well, right? Yours is maxed. Okay, the other option is try and get hold of a Shruti, you try to get hold of a earphone, headphones. Once you put that in, it'll be very nice and clear, I can assure you. So don't worry, you can leave the class. I mean, leave your table, go and look for headphones, ask your mommy, or if you have one, pull it up. So it will help you for the next 1 hour. Okay. Right, the rest of you are fine. So this is the slide. So let's quickly jump into it because you don't have much time, obviously, not only in terms of today's class, but in terms of PSLE as well. Okay, now, if you are in P5, you press 5. If you are in P6, you press 6. Yellen is in P6, right? Right, we have a good mix, okay? P5s, not to worry, you still have 1 year, but you have final exams coming as well, which will determine how well you are going to do for PSLE as well, right? So you have to be ready. The earlier you are prepared, the much better score you will get next year. So my duty today is to help all of you here. Okay, so we will have a common goal. The common goal is to work through these questions. Okay, let's look at the first question. Okay. Firstly, don't be fearful of questions. Okay, if you enjoy the questions, nothing is fearful, right? When you go to the swimming pool or when you go for games or going for your arcade games, you really tell yourself, you have this mindset that you are going to go there to enjoy. Nobody goes to an arcade and says, I'm going there to suffer. However, there are a lot of people who pick up a question paper or homework to say, this is boring or I can't do it. The moment you say, I can't do it, of course you can't do it, right? The purpose of this is to get you to the next stage of your life, which is secondary school. Okay, a new life waiting for you. Lots of people have gone to secondary school before you. So it's not end of life situation. Even me, okay, I have gone through the same PSLE and gone to PSLE secondary school, right? So that happened like so many years ago, and continuously people are just going to secondary 1. So don't worry that you're going to fail or you're not going to do well. Okay, there are lots of people to help you, especially nowadays. The parents are all over the place helping you. Your teachers are all over the place helping you. Then you have tuition teachers and what, right? Okay, very good. Hannah is very proactive. She already started sharing her answers with me. Okay, if you are ready with your answer, you can type with me. Okay, now name the part. Okay, now those of you who say it's food and water, okay, Brian, I would request you to change your answer. This is, okay, Brian's answer is food and water. What's wrong with this answer? Okay, the rest of you are doing well. Isaac Gallen, right? Yeah. So he's missing a key phrase where, okay, let me show you why it's important. Okay, let me draw something, then you'll know. If I start drawing, usually I like to draw with my teaching so that you get to see what is in my head. Okay, so of course we have this, right? So I've already drawn 2 parts. Everybody knows what the 2 parts are, right? It's easy. Okay. Now what else can I draw? I can draw, right? That's the 3rd part I can draw. Okay. There's some more I can draw. You can help me along in the chat if you can tell me what else I can draw. What else? Especially what is P and Q? Okay. P and Q. Brian said food and water. Where's the food and water? I can't draw food and water in this diagram, can I? Can. Who can draw food and water for me in this diagram? Okay, let's draw. So can I do that? A little bit like this. So what's there? Okay, I can. I managed 1, but I don't know how to draw the other one, which is food. I don't know how to draw. How now? Uh-oh. Where do I draw the food? Okay, the plant is receiving food somehow through the process of photosynthesis. Where is making food? Where is food made? Make food by photosynthesis. See, I keep going by asking questions and you are answering them. Very good. If you suggest to me that photosynthesis can make food, where is the food made then? Very good, Hannah. Okay, very good. Some of you are really Stuti also giving me some answer. Yes, the food is made on the leaf. So since I have purple color, can I draw something like that? Obviously, it's a very ugly symbol for food. Okay, but you know, or if I can just draw F, 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 right? Or I can just draw dot, dot, dot. All this food is being made in the leaves. However, is this food, are the leaves very selfish and they want to eat this food or consume this food for themselves only? Is it for them only? No, Brian said no. Who is it for? Obviously, leaf is the one who can make the food because they make use of the sunlight and they have this powerful pigmentation called chlorophyll. So that's where they can make the food, but they share the food. Singing, very good. The food is for the benefit of everybody. Very similar to your family, right? Who makes the money? Your parents. Do they keep the money for themselves? Then what happens to the children? They won't survive because they can't make money. So somebody makes the money and shares with the family for the whole family to grow. Everybody in the house prospers together. Otherwise, there'll be some death in the family, like no, but one person will not survive. So you need to share. Similarly, in the plant. But the plant is even more dangerous because if one part of it don't survive, the whole plant dies. Okay, it's a little bit more serious than our family. So if the food is not shared, okay, so the food is made and then the food is shared, which is transported. That's why we learn this topic called transport also in another chapter, right? That's why it's called plant transport system. You see the title on the left on the question itself is called transport systems. So food transport everywhere, but before that, water also must transport everywhere. Now, after speaking so much, comes back to the fundamental of, all of you said food carrying tube. I remember that. Oh yeah, just 5 minutes ago, we were talking about carrying tube. How come the teacher hasn't drawn where the carrying tubes are? Where are the carrying tubes then? I've drawn stem, leaf, roots, water, food, everything in. But what about the carrying tube? Now I have to draw the tube. Yeah. So now I have to cut the stem to see inside. Obviously, if you cut, you're going to kill it. Maybe you should do it to a dead plant to actually investigate. Just like how people, when they want to investigate the inside of a human body, you don't go and cut a human body or human who's alive, right? Probably when they're dead, you can do anything with their body if they give permission to. You can open up their heart, their lungs to see what it looks like. That's probably how ancient men studied the human body, right? Nobody wants to say, hey, I want to study your body, let me kill you now. Right? It's not possible. It's not very good to do so as well, right? It's not a good thing to do so. Obviously, you get caught by the laws. It's not humane, yes. But plants, same thing, not humane to kill another plant as well. It's a living thing after all. So we will cut the stem. Okay, so we make a nice cut here. So shall I show you where I cut? So let me show you by picking up an orange pen and show you. Let's say I cut here. Can you see the cut? So I cut and look from the top and I see the picture on the left here. This is the cut stem, right? Stem that is cut or cut stem, where I can look through the stem. And there I see there are some carrying tubes which are running through the stem. This is what helps to transport. And there are two things that need to be transported. One is food, one is water. And often we P5s and P6 and all our science students find it difficult to find out which one is water, which one is food, right? So let me show you a shortcut. You all want a shortcut? If you say yes, I will show you a shortcut. And you remember it for life. Who wants? Okay, shortcut. To remember which one is which. Then you don't need to memorize. Okay, for that shortcut, let's start. All of you, pay attention. Let's start. Okay, it's a very simple drawing that I want to draw. Very simple. Just pay attention. Okay, let me redraw the plant in a very simple system like that. And then there is, let's say there are roots. Okay, is this clear enough to be a plant? Okay, let's not make it too complicated or beautiful. Just make it, okay, one leaf then, just to make sure we are right. Okay, now what happens is there is water. Okay, pay attention. Water in blue, which is, let's say I say the water is being drawn up. Okay, this way, like that. So it's going through the center part, right? It's all in the inside part. So can you see what I'm coloring here on the diagram? So all this becomes blue because it's going through the center, this part. Can you see? Now, the outside part is where the leaf is. So can you see the green part? The leaf is on the outside part. Can you see? So the food that is made on here is transported by the leaf. It doesn't go inside the stem, the center part, but on the outside part. So it's like that. Because the leaf is on the, imagine it's like this. Am I right? So it transports, then there's another leaf like this, right? So it transports on the outside. Can you see now? Where is the water and where is the food? So water is always on the inside and the food is on the outside because it's closer to the leaf, right? Do you see now? This is a shortcut to remember the difference between the food carrying tube and the water carrying tube. So you must start with this water. And if sometimes you don't need to remember the food one, you just remember the water one is enough. Why? For me, okay, even shortcut, a bigger shortcut is I don't even bother about the green color. Let's erase all the green color. Is that clear? Is a green needed? Is a green needed? No. Why? If I know the blue, isn't it more than enough? Sorry. I should use black here. So I think you're getting my point now. If I use the blue, is more than enough. Yeah. Now this is very important. Hannah, you pointed out the super good thing. Okay, Hannah. Okay. Okay, let me share with the whole class what Hannah shared. Okay, let me see if I can share with everybody. Shaina, if you can copy and paste, you can copy now. Everybody can see because I make it everybody. I'm trying to see if I can copy. Maybe I can't copy yours. Yeah, I can't. Maybe you can, okay? All right. So when Hannah types, you can see how far ahead she thinks based on this, right? It's very important to know which is water and which is food. You know why? Okay, she cannot send to everyone. Never mind. I will read to everybody. Hannah says that when the outer ring of the stem is cut, remember they start cutting the outer ring and the inner ring. Remember they cut this part. Okay, let me show you with a black color. In another question, in the future, or very often, they show you another thing like this. They cut the outer bark like this. And they say, hey, what is the problem now? Who cannot go through? Because outer part is for food, now food cannot be transported. That's why there's a swelling. Remember all those swelling questions? Yeah, the swollen stem. Now you realize that when they cut the outside, you are cutting away food supply to the rest of the plant. So you may be cutting the top part or the bottom part. So the swelling occurs from the stem. Okay. So later, if you look at any swollen stem question, you will understand from this diagram how to approach that. How to approach that? How? Because they cut the outer ring. So what they do is like this. Okay. So now this whole part is cut. So left with only the inner part. So only the water can be transported up. So can I draw that? I'll just show you again. The water can be transported up, goes all the way up, but food cannot come down. Food cannot come down on the right. So what happens is the food cannot come down. It gets stopped. It gets stopped at the place where it got cut. No more passageway to go. Why? That got cut. Why this got cut? Because this got cut. This transport, this part, this whole part, Let me use a red color to show the